Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. So I was asked to read today. So we will read verse number 55 from Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi. And the text is actually titled by Anandadas Babaji with Bhajana in Vraja. May my mind always dwell in Radha's tender lotus feet. May my mind always dwell in Radha's tender lotus feet, as I loudly and very affectionately sing Hari's name to her, serve her with many perfumed paraphernalia, and most blissfully follow her in Vrindavan. Again, may my mind always dwell in Radha's tender lotus feet, as I loudly and very affectionately sing Hari's name to her, serve her with many perfumed paraphernalia, and most blissfully follow her in Vrindavan. So there's a very long commentary from Srila Anandadas Babaji. And because we are not reading this the first time, and usually we stopped somewhere in the middle, I would like, if you agree, to jump a little bit and come more fast to the second half. Because in the beginning, Anandadas Babaji is telling about the viewpoint of Sadhak Avesh. And then later on, he's coming to the inner meaning. So, if you don't mind, Gurudev, then I would take out some points from the beginning and then go fast to the second half of this verse. So, commentary. This verse is spoken in an external consciousness, Sadhak Avesh. Srila Rupa Goswami has mentioned the 5 most powerful items of devotion in his Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu 1.2, 238 and 244. These confidential items of devotion, living in Braj, worshipping the deity, and chanting the holy name, are so powerful that if an offenseless person practices them, even a little bit, even unconsciously or without faith, bhava will take birth in his heart. These 5 extraordinary items of sadhana have such inconceivable powers that they simultaneously reveal bhava and its object in the heart of the sadhaka. I think this was one of the first very extraordinary points. Anandadas Babaji is making always just extraordinary points. So maybe some of you great souls want to comment on this? These 5 extraordinary items of sadhana have such inconceivable powers that they simultaneously reveal bhava and its object in the heart of the sadhaka. So here is mentioned that from this we can understand that Sri Rupa did not see the form of the holy name as mere syllables. There was a statement from Srila Jiva Goswami, and Srimad Rupa Goswami was actually giving the sentence, the 2 nails of the holy name are being worshipped by the luster that emanates from the jewel string of the crown ornaments of all Vedic scriptures. So from that statement, we can understand that Sri Rupa did not see the form of the holy name as mere syllables. So the holy name and the person are non-different. We know these points. The holy name can be chanted in 2 ways. So this is the next sentence, which is actually very interesting. 2 ways to chant this holy name, which is non-different from the person. So if we have the name and the person and it's non-different, we can chant in 2 ways. Ordinarily or with affection. The ordinary offenseless chanter will reach the divine abode of the Lord, but the affectionate chanter attains the proximity. Proximity means like very near, like a neighbor sitting directly beside you. So if we chant Radha's names, Radharani is there. If we chant in the right way. She is anyway there, but do we recognize? If we chant with affection, then we attain the proximity. There's given an example of Srimad Bhagavatam 10:81-31, where Krishna is telling to the gopis, O Braj Sundaris, devotion to me bestows immortality to the living beings, and your affection for me has forcibly attracted me to you and brought me here. So then another point is made by Anandadas Babaji.
Radhe,
Yes, please, Suniti.
I just thought it was such a beautiful topic that you and Vraja Sundari picked, because also yesterday in the first 3 hours of our morning darshan and session with Gurudev and Russian Zoom, it was the subject of chanting the holy name. So I thought how beautiful it is that these arrangements happen, that you choose a verse about the quality of the chanting. And a lot of time this ordinary chanting is going on in my mala, but Gurudev said this is a long distance call. Long distance means I feel distant and I feel, Swamini, please help me. Gurudev, please help me. Or Vaishnavas, give me your blessings. I want to feel more. And then at one point, when there comes affection, when there comes a longing and a feeling in the heart, then it becomes a local call. And then they feel close, and Gurudev feels close. I feel him in every step, in every feeling that I have, actually also because of mercy only. I cannot even produce these feelings by myself. I just connect internally, and I just become conscious of the grace that has happened or is happening in my life. And by connecting to the feelings of gratitude and softness and also helplessness, but in a positive way, then I feel that this is bringing the affection. And this affection, again, makes me feel closer to Swamini. And then maybe I remember also who I am. Then I can feel my being from the spiritual perspective. Because often it starts with the mind and the senses, because they are engaged in the chanting, right? We are making up our mind. I want to have my mala. I want to take it in my hand. I want to feel close to my Ishta Devi and my Guru Devi and all my Vaishnavas. And then later on, it becomes something that is more emotional. And then it becomes, like you always say, Gurudev, a local call. And when these local calls, they have also like a response. And I feel, Gauravani, that you and Vraja Sundari were choosing this verse. It is like a response also. Because of Swamini, she is arranging that we hear also the topics that will make us grow and have more local calls. That's all that I want to share in this moment.
Thank you very much. Proximity, local call. This is actually what we want to get. We want to be near, but without investing feeling, bhava, how we can come near. It's like when I talk with a person, I have some exchange with words with a person, and I cannot feel the person, how near I can come. If I don't try to feel what that person wants to tell me, because words are the one side, but what is behind the words, what feelings are actually transported by that words. And usually the transported feelings are much more important than what the person is saying. Rajeshwari Priya, maybe your microphone can be muted. Thank you. So much more important is the feeling, what comes. And it's the same while we chant. We know that because we have this experience. Some people, when they chant, like also we chant in Bhajana, some people, they can transport a feeling to others. And for some, it's more hard. So if we want to come close to Radharani, we should be prepared to go in these feelings. How we say when a person is mitfühlend. Huh? No.
Empathic.
Empathic. Yes, that's the word I was missing. Empathic. And this we can get by the mercy of persons who understand the feelings of our Swamini. Because first, we may have no plan, like me, no idea what actually are these feelings behind that words. But Anandadas Babaji and Guru Manjari are trying to help us to get exactly that picture. What feelings are behind the words? And Anandadas Babaji is here explaining also the chanting, and he's trying to get the feeling behind. So how to chant in a way that actually proximity can come up. Swamini will be with us. So as you said, Sudhanidhi, this is a very important point. So please, all you merciful persons here, share with us so that we can go deeper and understand more. At least I'm sure you understand more. So please share with us on that point.
Vani, I was touched also by your words, and it made me remember or try to express how my feelings, if I have any, and I'm always also begging and praying to get more feelings, how they develop. And I must say that I can develop very good feelings when I'm together with people who are already living in their feelings when they are chanting. And that is not only while chanting Harinam, but like you said, Kirtan. And also I feel when we become more sensitive or empathic, as you call it, then it's very easy to catch the feelings of others. And the vibration of other persons, they help me also to come to closer feelings to Swamini. And of course, especially when I listen Radha Katha from Gurudev, and I try to always go very close to Gurudev and listen very deeply, like drinking with the ears. I try. It's not that I always can do it as much as I wanted it. But, and I have also noticed when I have a time where I have no taste or not so much taste, then I put on the chanting of Radha Govinda Das Babaji of Param Gurudev. There's one very nice recording also. And I just, I can connect to his feelings when he is chanting. That is a very good help for me sometimes. It's not always the same. It's going on in different layers. But usually the point is, to come close. Yes, I would like to hear. We have our exalted Jayananda Maharaj is here, and Gauranga is here, and all the devotees. Please help us with some sharing how you get into the local call feeling.
Just feel whenever you want to share something, then please do it. Otherwise, I will just continue, and maybe the text from Ananda Das Babaji is giving you some inspiration more to share. So the next point actually is here, the loud chanting. It is said loud chanting is the best. Bhakti Sandarbha 269. Those who chant loudly do not only benefit themselves, but also all other living entities. So we are still in the Sadak point of view. I just want to remember in this connection, because we know there's also a point that we want on another level to chant without even move the tongue completely out of Sadak. But that's another level. Here it's still for the Sadhaka wish. I just remembered when I started to chant the first time in my life, and I wanted to share that with you. I didn't have any taste. No, nothing. Zero. And all others told me, oh, when you chant, the Lord will come and all this. I had really no experience. And one day I was so upset because of that. I was in the forest and I was chanting like usual, trying to get some connection. But it didn't work out. And then I was really screaming, really loud. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Really loud, like some crying for help. Why it doesn't work in my case? And exactly in this moment, I had the first taste. My knees were like not there for a moment. I was just breaking down, lying on the floor, and I felt like an embrace and taste came to chant the holy name. And really from that day on, I was chanting 8 rounds a day, and there was a little taste in every day. So this experience made very clear to me that we need to have this anxiety. We really want it. We need help. We are not chanting from a high position. Oh, I'm chanting the holy name, all these others, what they are. Wrong conception. We are chanting from a platform that we need the mercy. We really need it. It's not just that we could need it, we could have it, no, we really need it. We are completely in need, under pressure. We really want to have the mercy of our Radhika. And of course, it's not so easy to take this in everyday's chanting and everyday's practice, because so many influences all around us every day in this, especially in these Western countries. But it should be a try again and again, every day, and not just in chanting Hare Krishna. Also the other mantras. Actually, it's very connected, and we will hear it from Anandadas Babaji later on. How connected is this? We heard it already yesterday. Kam Gayatri is also connected, and we will hear more about this. So the highest worshipper sees the statue of the deity as being directly himself or herself. The name, the deity, and another point, the constitution are all one. That's an interesting point also. The constitution of God is written here. So what is the constitution of my Swamini right now? What name is the right name in this moment? Is she Manini? Is she Lilamai? What is the constitution? The name, the deity, and the constitution are all one. And this is very personal, actually. And this is our goal, to be very personal, because if we are very personal, we will get a very personal answer. There is no difference between them. They are all transcendental. So Shripad knows this, of course. And Shripad finally expresses the desire to live in Vrindavan and to chant in this way and to serve in that way. And this is underlined by Srila Anandadas Babaji. Before he comes to the other view, the view of the inside. Before he is going to Siddhavesh, he's making it very clear from the point of Sadhakavesh. And now, Srila Anandadas Babaji on page 134, he is saying, Shripad says, let my mind always stay with the soft lotus feet of Sri Radha, practicing these 3 items of devotion: Nama, Kirtan, Archana, and Vraja Vasa. So far for the Sadhakavesh, external prayers of Shripad. There is also an internal meaning to this verse, Siddhavesh. Shripad as Kinkari is serving Sri Radha in Yavat. Sri Radha's agony of separation from her lover simply increases, and when she finally faints, the maidservant revives her by loudly singing Hari's names in her ears. Srila Rupa Goswami writes in Ujjvala Nilamani, Sringara Veda 46. When Radhika enters a Kadamba forest on the bank of the Yamuna, where bumblebees are singing, she faints. But her girlfriends revive her by loudly singing Hari's name to her. The Kinkaris chant the 16 words, 32 syllables, Hare Krishna mantra to Sri Radhika, of which there is the following sweet, word-for-word explanation. So I find it very interesting that here it is said, her girlfriends revive her by loudly singing Hari's name. But then the next sentence, the Kinkaris chant the 16-word, 32-syllable Hare Krishna mantra to Sri Radhika. So there's a difference. Maybe someone wants to share on that.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe.
I think in the morning we also spoke about, when Sachinandan was reading, that the name and the form and so on are not different, right? Yeah. And so we can imagine how powerful the chanting of the manjaris is, that if they chant the holy name, actually the form is there. And this will get a reaction on Swamini. There is this, not like we chant Hare Krishna. No. It's a living chanting of the Mahamantra. And it creates the atmosphere for Swamini, that she is in the same moment in contact to her beloved, to her Mohan. So this is the siddha of the manjaris. We cannot imagine this, how they, what happened when they chant the mantras. Right?
I cannot imagine.
But it's nice to meditate on this deep point. What is the meaning when manjaris chanting the mantras? These mantras are really alive then. And we try to come on this point, that we make visible what is in the mantra, that we experience the secrets of the mantra. This is why we chant also, that we can feel and get it, touch it, what is the secret in the mantra. Thank you.
So we can only feel it when we are in our Bhava Deha. Otherwise, not possible. So it is said here, her girlfriends revive her her loudly singing Hari's name to her. Her girlfriends, her friends on her eye-to-eye platform are singing Hari's names to her. But does this help? Like you said, just right now, Gaura, what is their experience? They sing, and this is actually immediately there. So they want to have Hari for themselves. This is not enough to revive our Swamini. So the Kinkaris have to chant. And what they chant the 16-word, 32-syllable Hare Krishna mantra to Sri Radhika. And now it will be explained what it means. That's a big difference. Once Sri Radhika tried to stop the tears. She cried out of separation from Krishna. She tried by meditating on him. and constantly repeating these names of him. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Nama Shravana Matrena, Mama Mano Harasi. Hare, you steal my mind when I simply hear your name. Krishna Vangsi Vajena Krihat Vanam Mamakashasi. The next Krishna. So Hare we heard, now we hear Krishna. By playing your flute, you attract me from my house into the forest. Hare Lacha Dharyadhikam Harasi. The next Hare. You steal my shame and my patience. Krishna Sangha Saurabhyena Mamakashasi. The next Krishna. You attract me with your bodily fragrance. Krishna Sangha Lavinyena Pralopya Namakashasi. Krishna, with your bodily luster, you attract me and make me greedy. Krishna Sarvati Kanandena Pralopya Namakashasi. Krishna, with your supreme bliss, you attract me and make me greedy. Hare Svabahu Nibatam Mam Pushpa Sayam Pratinayasi. Hare, you bind me in your arm and take me to a bed of flowers. Hare Tatra Niveshitaya Me Antariyam Balat Harasi. Hare, there you take off my undergarments. In this way, there's also a very relishable and confidential meaning to the Hare Rama half of the mantra. The Kinkaris try to soothe Sri Radhika's burning pain by singing these names to her and by offering her cooling substances such as sandalwood pulp, camphor, lotus stems, and so. When Radha's girlfriends notice that she still does not regain consciousness, they send the Kinkaris out to find Krishna himself. Only his bodily touch can revive her. So now we heard about a confidential meaning of this Mahamantra for Sri Radhika, which is very interesting for the Kinkaris to know how to revive Swamini. And we can see very clear that there is a connection to other mantras. And Srila Prabhupada always said, in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all other mantras are included. Now slowly we can see that this is actually the truth. So many meanings, so many different kind of mantras inside of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it depends on our realization or the mercy that we can get realizations. So it depends on our begging for the mercy and getting that mercy, how deep we can understand. And by understanding, I mean, of course, like always, feeling it. We need the Bhavadeha to come into that. Otherwise, this will stay a secret. So only by the mercy of someone who dwells already in this in this deep meaning, we can get, by their sharing, some part of that, some drops. So please, share with us.
Sorry to interrupt. So now there is no Japanese translator. Please set me Japanese translator. Thank you. 日本語通訳始めます。Sorry to interrupt. Thank you.
Who will translate for Japanese?
Kishore.
Okay. Radha Radha.
Radhe Radhe.
I'm still on this, what Gauravani was sharing and reading, that the Sakis sing to Swamini and the Manjaris sing. So externally both are singing, trying to regain her, but seems there is a very fine difference in the feeling of their singing. And I don't know, I just really want to hear from you, from Gauranga Sundar actually. I just feel if he could explain this a bit more in depth to us, what is happening here in this Leela, what is here the fine difference of bhav and feeling for Swamini when her dearest Sakis are singing, but also her Kinkaris are singing to her. Gaurangaji, please appear on the screen.
No, it's bad for you to sing.
I don't know. It just came from my heart. I wanted to ask you, please.
I mean, all these subjects has to be realized deep in the heart. And all these realizations is very hard to express to the words. But we are very fortunate that we can listen Baba's words, Rupa Goswami's words, and so on. So this is some kind of guidelines. And I like this commentary very much. I didn't read so long time. Thank you, Gauravani. But approach to holy name is the most important thing. How we approach. And the years are passing and passing and passing, and we don't know how to approach. And Baba is giving here specifically in the beginning of his commentary that affection and attention. So through affection and attention, taste will start to appear. Without taste, it's not possible actually to relish even the whiff of essence of holy name. So this taste is a crucial point in the life of devotee. Up to this taste, his chanting is ordinary chanting. Why is ordinary? Because there is no taste. There is some endeavor, some vows, duties, but there is no taste. And this kind of chanting is also very good for the beginning. And Krishna, with his own words, is saying that this ordinary chanting can bring devotee to divine abode of the Lord. So it means namabhas, offenseless, but without affection. Offenseless chanting without affection can bring the devotee maximum to the Vaikuntha, shortly to say. And Gauravani was very nicely explained. The next step is this affection, chanting with affection, which can bring us closer to Ishtadev. So how, my question to myself is also, how this affection can appear in the heart by close association with devotees who already have affection, Sudhanidhi said. There is no other way, or maybe devotee can have some deep sukritis from his previous lives, and immediately when he hears holy name, he starts ecstatically to chant. But most of us, we are not on that level, so we need the close association of those who are deeply diving in this affection. So this is the first step. Because from that step, ruchi, taste, will start to appear in the heart of sadhaka, neophyte devotee. And the more taste is becoming condensed, other feelings, like Gauravani read, bhavas, will become thick and thicker. And the more taste will come, more relishing will come. It means more relationship will be established. But for that, we need some important things. We need to define which kind of relationship with the God I want. And in that relationship, I want relationship with God, or I want closer relationship with that person who is the source of everything. From that point, automatically comes in that relationship, he knows who is he. He is fixed. But who am I? This is the second most important step. When the devotee establishes these two steps, I want this specific relationship, and I want to attain this identity of myself, automatically ruchi is starting to appear and becoming condensed and condensed and condensed. So with the power of ruchi, with the power of taste, bhava appears, attachment appears, of course, and what is said, attachment and affection are important. So like my sister and brother said, this affection must be developed in the association of those who already have affection. Like Gurudev is saying, we have to be infused with spiritual affections. This kind of affection doesn't exist in material world, doesn't exist in material relationship. This kind of special taste is result of special infusion. It's not ordinary taste, it's just special taste for my desirable relationship, somewhat. So we have here very clearly this kind of development of chanting, at least through the three levels, with offenses, apparatus, namabhasa, some kind of reflection of pure chanting, but the goal is Shuddhanam. The goal is Shuddhanam, pure chanting, because only through this pure chanting we can attain close, proximate association with persons who are already transcendental pure. And this is possibly only with established and fixed staiva. So then we are coming to this point when this blissful kind of chanting brings devotee to the position that he is chanting, but always his chanting is a crying. He is always crying out of his pure heart. He is crying for his Ishtadev, for Radha. And Gopinath was asking the question, actually. And this kind of question is a question which answer on this question, each devotee who has to relish in his heart. If someone is fixed in Sakhiva, he will relish in one way. But if someone is fixed in Manjari Bhav, he will relish in another way. If someone is not fixed at all in anything, practically speaking, he will not relish anything. Everything will stay on the platform of theory. So, gopis here, and I tried to find, when Gauravani was reading, it's written in, is it Sanskrit or Bengali? Priya Sakhis, for girlfriends, it said. It can mean girlfriends of Radhika, but also it can mean the Kinkaris or Manjaris. In one sense, Priya Sakhis are Manjaris already. And Gurudev can explain a little bit more about that. because different kinds of sakis, but two specific kinds of sakis, nitya sakis and priya sakis, usually are mentioned for kinkaris and manjaris.
Very nice. You are explaining that. All you are explaining that. So nice. Yeah, I'm so happy.
Can you continue, Gurudev, please? And answer Gopinath's question.
Yeah. I want to listen more.
Please don't stop now, Gauranga. It's like you opened the chocolate box, but now you closed it again.
Yeah.
That is the point, actually.
Paper. Chew and relish. Say what is that?
That's the point. We should relish it. Because in that way, Lila will be and Nama will be our own realization. And like Gaura Sundar said, there is no difference between Lila and Nama, Rupa, Guna. But as much as devotee is condensed in his Taiba, he will understand these slight differences, subtle differences. And it must be his own realization, not said everything so openly.
Now we come to the point of the blessing of our Swamini. We think so many about our own doing, to analyze many things and to understand many things. But actually, if we decide to be a manjari of our Swamini, she will guide us. She is giving the desire in our heart. She is bringing to the right association. She is giving everything in our hearts. This is not by our doing. It's an act of her mercy, of her love to us. And this love comes by the blessing of our Guru, because he is the treasure. He is the gefäß, the container of all of this. So, but this way we are walking is not the way we walking actually. It's the way of her mercy. It's not our doing. We get everything from her. We only have to decide what you say, Gauranga Sundar. For me, this is the secret. She's giving all mercy to us, and we only have to be open for her mercy. This is my experience, what I can say. Sudhanidhi.
And Gopinath, what can I say? Our Gauranga Sundara is a little bit hiding today. He's playing hide and seek with you. He knows what you like to hear, actually, because he can feel your feelings. And I feel that you already know what you feel and what is the secret. So I feel that to say it in my small words, which are not so enlightened and not so sweet like Gauranga Sundara's words, but what I feel from you, Gopinath, what you are eager to listen, and maybe you can also explain more on this later on, is that the Kinkaris, they will call the names filled with their own feelings that they have from the prasad that they have received, from all the memories of what they have been serving Radha and Mohan in their moments of union. So we have heard many times that vibration and that sound is so sweet and is always with Swamini because they are always together, actually. It may seem that they are separated, but I feel it is like the same with Radha and Mohan. They are really never separated. And so also the Kinkaris, they are always together with Swamini, and they have only one desire, to bring Swamini together with Mohan. And filled with that desire, when they are chanting, then these vibrations, they are filled with these memories and with these longings and with this pure sound of their love. So that will be another contents, as if the girlfriends are chanting Hari's name. Because as Gauranga Sundara has explained so nicely, that the sound vibration will be filled with the feelings and the realization of the person who's chanting, and that's very individual. So the girlfriends of Srimati Radhika, although they are all also her expansions from the point of view of Tattva Vichar, but in the Leela, they have also other services. They have also the duty to, serve Radhika in different ways in their relationship with Mohan to keep the Leela on a high level. So they will chant from that perspective. They will have also their own memories of the Leelas in a different way. So I feel that is another vibration that has another quality. So the quality of the manjaris, because it's the most highest and pure and selfless love they have, and they are the closest. They are Swamini's shadows. They are Swamini's, there are so many names. They are Aveshmurtis. They are non-different, but different than the Sakis. So their vibration will be filled with the highest feelings that will be able to revive Swamini with the memories of their services and with the purest love that they are embodying. I don't know, Gopinath, if this is right or wrong, but I'm just babbling out here. Maybe you can help us with what you were feeling here.
I feel nothing. That's my problem always. So I'm so happy to hear what you were just now infusing into this. And it's like Gauravani brought the chocolate box. Gauranga Sundara a bit opened it for us, and Sudhanidhi, now you unwrapped it, but now we want to taste it, and we want to show it to Gurudev that he can share some of this tastefulness when the Kinkari has this intimate seva of bringing somebody back to life. Swamini is unconscious, right? And the Priyasakis and the Kinkaris both are there witnessing how intense emotion she must be going through if you fall unconscious. And what do the gopis do? They sing immediately Hari's name, of course, because they also like him. They also feel for him, right? And there is this technical term, Samsneha, Vishamsneha or something. No, I'm not such a technical guy. But Radhika Sneha, knowing the most intimate secrets of Radha and Mohan, knowing exactly why unconscious she become, what she needs now, which pastime. The Maha Mantra, as Gurudev says, contains everything of the Prema Vilas Vivarta. It's the highest, actually. The highest emotion is present. So Gurudev, how fortunate the Manjaris are that in this moment they can sing this to Swamini. And how fortunate are we, Gurudev, that we received this mantra through the mercy of Mahaprabhu and Guru. So Gurudev, how fortunate are we then?
In mouth, caramel, milk chocolate is the best. I cannot bear it.
So good.
You put one day I test and I am feeling bad.
Vanilla pudding, Gurudev.
Ice cream.
Caramel with milk chocolate. So condensed taste is coming, caramel taste. No words to explain. When the Vaishnava will give mercy, that this Maha will sweeten up my life. Guru Kripa is there. Kishori Kripa is also there. But without Vaishnava Kripa, it's not possible.
So what is Manjari feeling in this moment, Gurudev, when she sees Swamini unconscious?
That cling is the seed. Gurudev gives the seed. This plant, Kalpataru, what you say? This clipper.
Wish-fulfilling tree.
So this clipper seed is cling. This is the bija. That's a bija. Why bija? Because this is the seed. It can grow in my life. And this, we can meditate and live in this consciousness. That this seed has to take the shape of the plant. And it grows in the circle, in the fencing of the Vaishnava. That is possible. Fencing are very important. When the plant comes, then you need fencing. That is Vaishnava. Guru Kripa is there. Swamini Kripa is there. But Vaishnava Kripa is important. This is fencing. Yeah.
So, Radhe Radhe, our dear Gauranga Sundara was speaking up to Shuddhanam, but we know from Gurudev there's another level, Vishuddhanam. We hear about this actually. Vishuddha means we are in our form. We chant the name not for us, for our development. Now we chant the name only for Radharani's Seva. That's the next level. But this can only be in Citadel. So now we chant these names for Radharani because she actually is falling here in her meditation. Through the chanting of the kinkaris, Radharani is falling deeply in her meditation. And that means when the kinkaris and Swamini are meditate, it will happen. It will exactly happen like this. And then the next sentence Anandadas Babaji is making, that can be another meaning of the phrase Paramananda Brindavanam Anucharantam, which is in the beginning in our verse. It's actually the third line of the verse. So what paraphernalia they are getting for Radharani's service? What paraphernalia the kinkaris are looking for Radharani's service? I am getting Krishna, the pinnacle of transcendental bliss, for you from Vrindavan. I am getting the pinnacle of transcendental bliss for you. I am chanting for you, and I will getting for you. And this is the highest form of chanting. Gurudev, maybe you can share with us on this point more.
Can you repeat again for Gurudev?
In the brace, Paramanandam Vrindavanam Anucharantam, which is the third line of the verse, it could be mean, I am getting Krishna, the pinnacle of transcendental bliss, for you. So the paraphernalia of my service is actually Krishna. Krishna is now paraphernalia. I will bring him to you.
Mahamantra, the deep meaning is that in the Manjari, only see her Swami. If the Manjari Bhav is a sthai with Mahamantra, a sthai Bhav in my Sarupa, then I see Swami, and then Manjari say, you are thinking for Krishna, I bring to you, Swami, Hare Krishna, do what you like. This is your Krishna. This is your Mohan. She is thinking long time. So she Swami want to steal Krishna, make one to Krishna. She cannot wait. In front of Manjari, she do that. Impress so strongly, out of him. When somebody embraces, then Radhika is embracing. So Radhika is covered to the Krishna. That is Chaitanya. All is the past time. I see that. In 70s, I realized this, and I meditate from that time. I see in Radha Mohan temple this Leela. I was chanting that time by mercy of Gurudev. 70, 80 was my chanting time. I am very much taste in this, and I realized
Gurudev, it's very interesting that in the commentary of explaining this Mahamantra, Baba is explaining just first part of Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. And he said, but there is also relishable and confidential meaning of the Hare Rama, half, another half of the mantra. And he stopped. And you just was so merciful, and you explained us also this Raman Reti, that we can relish. But Baba stopped.
And
Rameti Ram.
And Ram is Rameti Ram, and the Radha, Ram is the Bij mantra of Radha. Bij mantra of Radhika is Ram, because Ra, Amma, Radha, Mohan, together is Radha. We can listen, but when we realize it becomes our turn. Beauty is listening also and realizing. Then the life fixed, life change when it comes to him. Realize something by doing that. And this all mercy of Vaishnava. Nir aparadha namla tar hoy prem Vaishnava. When any living soul is devotee or not devotee or other. By mistake, he remember one time name of Radha. Radha.
Good, if I feel by listening you or Gauravani, Gauranga Sundar, or all the Vaishnavas who are speaking.
I miss my Jananda Maharaj.
He is hiding.
Why he hide?
He had too much party, I think.
No problem. So we are all also enjoying party.
He is in the feeling of the Manjari. So he is exclusively serving Swamini. So he has no time.
No, my Gurudev and Gauravani, Gauranga Sundara Sudhanidhi, Gauranga, Sundara. This
Without
meditation.
your word, I don't feel good. Your word makes me
can I little
fire.
share? Can I little share?
Yeah.
So, Gaurabaniji say very interesting. So we know three nama. Nama Parada, Nama Bas, and Shuddha Nam. And Gaurabani say another Nam is there. Vishuddha Nam. Also, Gurudev was saying Sattva, Shuddha Sattva, and Vishuddha Sattva. And Vishuddha Sattva, Gurudev was saying Sattva, Shuddha Sattva is soul consciousness. And Vishuddha Sattva is Svarupa consciousness. And Vishuddha Nam means Svarupa consciousness, and we know fixing one pointed. I was just checking these holy names. This is amazing, actually. Gopinath Bai was saying, Saki is chanting and Manjari is chanting. What is the difference? I don't know, but I feel it. According to perspective, according to which sneha, Ishama sneha, Sama sneha, Radha adik sneha, the meaning and also feeling is different. Generally speaking, we say Hare. Hare means we say Radharani. But if Manjari's perspective, to please Radhika, then Hare means Hari. So Gaurabani was saying very nicely this three verse, Paranandam, Vrindavanam, Anucharantam. So Manjari is always meditating to bring Mohan to Radhika. Also, we know the story in Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi or Virapaksa Manjari. Radhika brought Tulasi in the cave of Govardhan and teaching very intimate pastime and very intimate song. But this song, Saki does not understand or does not know because Saki did not see very intimate pastime. But Manjari could see very, very confidential pastime. Also, Manjari knows how much feeling, why she fainted, what she needed. And I was thinking, for example, Gurudev was sleeping. If Rasalila came, Rasanisa was chanting to Gurudev. Hey, Gurudev, another devotee, neophyte devotee came and calling Gurudev. Same Gurudev, Sudhanidhi did say, but a different vibration. So this is all these things by the mercy of Gurudev and our Swamini come into our heart. So I was learning from Gauranga Sundaraji how we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because if someone who is fixed Baba, if someone who is Manjari Baba, then feeling is completely different. If, say, from beginning, Gaurabani say, chanting is two kinds, ordinary chanting and affectionate chanting. But this affectionate chanting also different kinds. Which Baba we stay, which kind of feeling we have, which kind of calling. That is very interesting. Gauranga Sundara very kindly show us, and Gurudev kindly show us. This is some of interesting feeling I could feel by all Vaishnavas association or Gurudev's association. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you very much. Jai Ananda. Jai Ananda. You always bring Ananda to us. So you just reminded me, on the stage of bhava, we have to fix, or otherwise it cannot grow. On the stage of bhava chanting, we have to fix where our bhava should actually grow, right? So then exclusively chanting will come. Exclusively, just on one point. When I chant, I'm calling you, not different persons. I'm calling you. And it's actually natural. When I'm calling some person and this person is giving me full mercy, unexpected mercy, so much mercy that I could never, ever even have dreamed from, then I'm so attached to chant that name and no one else.
What expression? What you say exclusively? What?
We were just talking about when bhava arises, and it's so, on this platform, it's very important to get an exclusive point for whom I'm chanting.
Exclusive point in myself. That is exclusive. No deviate at the time of time. Deviation will happen, and that we have to do the sadhana to exclusive to make. It will deviate. My mind will deviate from my Ishtadev, but we have to make exclusively my Sarup and my Samni Sarup. Sometime meditate in your Sarup to see your Samni. And when you lose the moment you will come to your Sarup, you will see your Samni Sarup. Samni Sarup, you want to go. Without your Sarup, you will lose it. But if you go to your Sarup to feel Samni, you will stay long time in your Ishtadev. That is exclusive.
So like Gauranga Sundara said, bhava gets more intense, more thick, exclusively fixed on one goal.
Yeah.
But this exclusiveness starts from ruchi, because devotee has to have exclusive taste for attaining his exclusive specific goal. And then he is listening only the subjects which can nourish his exclusive taste for attaining his exclusive goal.
Yeah.
Then taste is condensed.
Then you say, right, then exclusive goal.
And from that point, Raga Bhakti starts.
Gaura Sundar always bring to us in exclusive. I am very proud of Gaura. Today I am talking, I say give one card to Sudhanidhi, to Gaura Sundar. He says she will become independent. I said, no one can be independent because your teaching is exclusive. Nobody will leave you here. You are the fixing the sthai bhava of me. What about others? By listening you, my sthai bhava becomes more. How Sudhanidhi will become independent? We all want a sthai bhava. Right?
But Gurudev, I feel also, it's nice to explain all the stages and to feel that it is all true. But for me personally, I feel when you say this to us, when I hear it now, I feel it's a blessing. And because you are saying it to us, and because you are wishing it for us, and because we are hearing it together, I feel it's coming true one day.
Intense, Gurudev, intense. And essence and quintessence is coming.
Yes.
When we all together, then it's become chocolate.
Then become exclusive. Wow.
You know, Gurudev,
These words I don't know. I don't know much meaning, but one words make us meant so much. I cannot say.
I can feel, Gurudev, when we are in a point of flow, then Swamini is using our mouth and entering our hearts. So we are swimming in the feeling of her. She is giving this Manjari feelings. Then we can feel her in this condensed situation. Sometimes we enter this, no?
Gopinath, we are swimming in the ocean of chocolate, and we are drunk with a honey wine.
chocolate with honey wine. Wow. Filled with honey wine. Gurudev, Mahabhagavat usually comes down to be merciful to other fallen souls. Like you. You're just playing the role.
No.
You're not in Staibav like this, yes.
That's honestly.
I feel the same, Gauravani, because he says you are in Staibav, we can be in Staibav. It's not that we are in Staibav and Gurudev is just like saying yes. No, he says you are there and then we can go there. We are there by your blessing, Gurudev.
Honestly, I like to be in a Staiva. And why I call Gaura Sundara, that he will say, I will fix myself. He called me or I call? You are the center, same.
It's all your love, Gurudev.
About the car and this, only to see him and he will sure say something to fix my Staiva. I want to deviate in material topic, but you know.
Oh my God, Gurudev. We are all the time deviated, but you are playing the Leela with us, so we get into the style, Gurudev. That's how I feel it.
I want to fix my dear. Pray for me. I pray to everyone always. I want.
Shri Radha.
Oh. Swami. Jai Swami Maharaj. Krishna Ji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Maharaj.
Some important Swamini is coming. Hare Krishna Maharaj, probably. I don't know. Gopinath can tell us.
Please come.
Prabhu's asking, how do you know the name?
He's from Bengal and he's in Stai. Lakanam. Very good friend of Gurudev.
Yeah, they know where the chocolate is. They're coming.
Swami is 41 days.
48 days.
48 days.
Chocolate.
He will share something to you. About 51 days.
51 days. I was
Dandavad.
Dandavad, Maharaj.
Some 500 years ago, I connected with Swami Nityananda Goswami of
Bansipat. Oh,
Singarvat. There, I was there for 48 days alone and repeating the name of the Lord for 18 hours. From 3 o'clock, I used to get up at 3 o'clock, and from 3 to 6, and again some rest. Again 7 o'clock, 7 to 9, like that. Some 18 hours up to night 11 o'clock. I was repeating the name of mantra, and normally I used to I do not take anything, but now I'll take some hot water mixed with some medicine, because the throat will get parched. So by continuously repeating the mantra, I prayed Radha Rani to bless me to write our Bhagavatam. That is the Radhika Bhagavatam. That the original Bhagavatam written by Vyasa is about 18,000 verses, which I have learned fully. That describes about the bhaktas of Prahalata, Durva, Ambarisha, Gajendra, and Ajamila. 5 bhaktas stories are written or narrated in Bhagavatam. But that happened some years and years, some millions of years ago, when the world came into existence. But now I pray Radhika Rani to bless me to write the stories of the present Mahatmas. And the Yamuna and Vrindavan, they witnessed the Lord Krishna's episodes 5,000 years ago. And from that time till date, so many Rasa Krida, Krishna's, all the Krishna Leelas were there in Ganges, on the shore of Yamuna. So the Yamuna knows, Yamuna witnessed all these Krishna Leelas, and she knows also that the Mahatmas who lived all these years, and there are so many kings of Rajasthani kings, and so many kings, they have built so many palaces, and Yamuna was flowing nearby. So in this way, I want to write, but a message also has come that a devotee near Yamuna is daily, though he is a boatman, is daily supplying food, that is distributing Annadana to some nearly 1,000 to 2,000 people without collecting any money from anybody else. There I used to take my bhiksha, or I used to send to my room some bhiksha. So all these days I was happy. I was so Ananda Swarupa. Now, yesterday, only now I come away from Yamuna. But what I did this morning, I gave a sari was spread in the Yamuna river, and all the scent and powder and all the Sringar materials were supplied or given, offered to the goddess Yamuna, and also offered some prasad and all that. So this I completed my Vrata for 61 days. So again, I have planned to stay near. The arrangements have been made near that Radha Kund. There I will be staying for 2 months. Again, Barsana for 2 months. Like that. So my last aim, my wish is, I pray Krishna that I want to merge with Govardhan. The last Mahan who merged with Govardhan is Rupa Goswami. Some 500 years ago. That may be a story which I want to pray Krishna that I should be a person. I should be also a person. Everybody should know what is the power of the Lord, what is the Leela of the Lord. So I am expecting the Lord's blessings, and bless everybody that always remember His name. Bhavan Shrinvanti, Gayanti, Grananti, Abhikshana Saka, Smaranti, Nandanti, Tavehitam Janaha, Tayeva Pashyanti, they alone, those who hear, those who repeat, those who tell the story of Krishna, they alone, Tayeva Pashyanti, Achirena. Even the time is also prescribed in the Bhagavatam. Achirena means at once, immediate. Sadhyo hridi avridyate yatra kridivihi sushuvihi dakshanat. Sadhya means that is at once. The moment we hear, I enters into the ears through the ear, karna randrena. Karna randrena, the holes of the ears. So for here and dunodi samalam, samam dunodi cha. Avismridihi Sri Krishna Padara Vindayoho Dunodi Shinodi Abhadrani Samam Danonija Satvasya Suddhim Paramatma Bhaktim Jnana Vijnana Viraga. This is the Bhagavad Sloka. Krishna says that the continuous remembrance of the Lord that purifies your complete mind, your senses and all that. So the controlling the mind in Bhagavad Gita, so many is prescribed in Bhagavad Gita how to control the mind. But here Bhagavan says in Bhagavad, there's no need to control your mind. You simply make use in a positive way. Savai mana Krishna padhara vindayoho vasamsi vaihunda gunana karnane arau harege mandira marjanadishu shrudimja chakara achyuta kadodaye. Like that, all the senses, let your mind always savai mana padhara vindayoho, always meditate upon the lotus feet of the Lord. Again, vasamsi vaihunda gunana, vasamsi means let your speech be used to narrate the story of Krishna. Karauhu arehe mandira marjanadishu. Let your hands be used to clean the Lord's temple and water the flower plants, they pluck the flowers, and all they connected with the Bhagavan's prayer. And again, Sudhim cha chakara achyuta katodaye means let your be always hear the story of Hare Krishna. Muhunda lingalya darshane dasho. Let your eyes be used to see the Lord's lotus form, the divine form. And sadvidya gatra anga sangamam. Let your body be used to embrace the bhaktas of Krishna. And Grananchatat Pada Saroja Saurabe Srimat Tulasya. Let your nostrils let your nose be used to smell the tulsi and the spread of the lotus feet of the Lord. Rasanam tat tarpite. Rasana means that all the whatever you eat, that let that be offered. Let the rasa, always the rasa, the tongue will be always to have the rasa of the Lord's prasada only. And again, let the legs be go to the areke. That head, the siroho, padanu sarpane, padanu vandane, where head be used to rotate like that. Kamam chadasena to kama kamyaya. Let the desire, all these, your wishes, all these your desires, let that be towards attaining the Krishna, like that. So in Gita is teaching about the negative method. So indriyashu, indriyatyeshu, vairagyam, jnana vairagyam, is there like that. But Bhagavata, he says that in a simple way, let be in the world, but be out of the world. Let all your actions be attributed to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. Savai pumsam parodharmo yadha bhakti adokshase. Savai pumsam, that is the all the human beings in this world, created beings in parodharma. The biggest dharma, the highest dharma is to know the adokshaje. Agaiduki apriti. Agaiduki means causeless. Apritigata means uninterpreted, continuous remembrance. And no attributes means they should not pray to the Lord that what they give me this, they give me that. The God, Krishna is bored. Why this fellow is coming now and then asking something? Suppose you ask nothing, you'll get everything. Krishna is so pleased. I bless everybody that your life be for the purpose of Krishna only. For the purpose of Krishna life. Hare Namaha, Hare Namaha, Gopika Jivana Smaranam, Govinda, Govinda.
Where is the light? Bring? No.
Thank you, Maharaj. So nice to hear your divine words, and we can feel your divine vibration. We can feel how much mercy is coming from your mouth, from the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, from the lotus feet of the Babas, and from your chanting in such a high vibration. Thank you, and bless us also that one day we will be like you also. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Please bless us.
And to be in Vrindavan.
From today he will stay here.
Again I will be another round where something around. Yesterday I had been to somewhere and distributed sarees to the poor in the Panikat area. In the 150 races. Again, every evening I used to spend with the children Used to distribute some prasad, some joy feast and all that.
Or what?
Yes.
I think I will wait. Every evening 5:30, I used to come out. I will not normally will not come out. I used to come out, and there are so many children playing there. I used to give the girls, the small girls, used to put these bangles, and the boys will ding, 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 like that. The boys will go around, and the girls, small girls, will go around. I used to distribute every day something, samosa or kachori, something I used to buy from the market, or so many for all the days, all the 48 days. So the children were very happy. So the God, you have to teach our children the name of what is the Lord's. So we are also find happy in that. That's why doing puja and our mind is going outside. What is it? Be with the children. Be with always play with them. We are very happy. So Lord is also happy. And one man there, he said that Yamuna came, there is a message has come. Yamuna came in the form of a child, Balak Roop mein, idhar aaya tha. Balak Roop mein. I also attained prasada from Hare Ram and all that. So from that day, I used to give everything every day. Sari, whatever I have, I was very happy. So, because God has given these eyes, the ears, and everything. Money also. Money, and not only money, mind is very important. He has given everything. So I want to attain the maximum in this life. I've written books on Bhagavatam and all that. Upanishads, I know Upanishads and I know all the Upanishads and all that. Bhagavatam, Vedanta, everything. But there is no use. You have to go on, weep for this. You have to weep, always weep. Jayada Saranam Bhojam. This was also Bhagavad slogan. Jayada Saranam Bhojam, Bhava Nirchita Chedasa, Audgandhyad Ashukala Chasya, Pridhyasin me Shanaid Arihi. This is the roll down on your cheeks. It will come from this side. If you in dukkha, it will come this side. This is saltish, this is sweet. This is so chill, this is so hot. It is like that. Audgandhyad means with the prema. Let your eyes be filled with the ananda. So he says that Sanaihi Vidyasin me Sanairarigi. And immediately sit on your heart. So there are so many verses in Bhagavatam. There are 18,000 slokas. But out of so many slokas, it describes about the satsanga, the name of the Lord, the Namani Anandasya, like that, Namani Anandasya, Adatrava Padan, first canto, 5th chapter. Now I describe about. So you have to repeat the Namani Anandasya. Lord has got the thousands of names. You take one name, Hari, like that. Adatrava Padan means without shame. Shame means you should not see who is there. Somebody is looking at us or somebody is praising us. So you are a bhakti. That should not be there like that. So you have to go on repeat the Adatravapadan. Dukhyani, Divyani, Kridhani Jasmaran. The stories of Leelas of Krishna should be remembered. Kridhani. Gam Paryatan Tushtamanaha Vigadaspra. Gam means this earth. So I was traveling around. I was going around the entire earth without Tushtamana means with a contented mind. Tushtamana means contented. What is contented? Be contented with what you have. Be contented with what you have. You shouldn't ask for something. This I want. This I want. That. Vigadaspra without expecting anything. Kalam prediction mein Vigato Vimatsara. Kalam prediction. I am expecting my time with. Without highness, without nishkamya. Kalam prediction, vimata means pride, without pride, and average. Vimatsarga means average, without average. So God also, pragayatagasa viryani, tirthapataka priyashavaha, aguda ivame shigram, aguda ivame shigram, darshanam yadi chedasi. Immediately I got the darshan of Krishna and Radha. So there are so many verses in Bhagavatam that in Kali Yuga it is very difficult to do this japa, dhananda, this is everything very difficult. Yogis were not, they are not ready shastras, they don't have any Vrada, tapa and all that. Asangatma upagataha, by association with the good people alone, they attain that such a stage. So it is easy way. Because we are now surrounded with so many things, so many desires, so many things which attracts us. So you should keep away from that. For some time, you have to be away from this normal life, way of life. Say 1 or 2 months or 6 months. Actually, I want to be here for 6 months alone with the door. Like, but I must have darshan. I paid for Radharani to my darshan. He said, I came in the farm. I know what is happening. And that I know, my Mataji, I don't want like this. I want to have personal thing. I want to see you personally. I want to talk with you. I want to see you. I want to chat with you. I want to like that. So that also will get it because you'll have to be prepared. The Lord will make some prepare ourselves because if she comes means we'll be afraid. You got afraid, fear. You'll train I told you.
Radhe Maharaj. Very nice words from you. Thank you very much. We were just reading about the chanting, like you said, and we were reading that this chanting leads to service, and that this service of the Kinkaris is actually bringing Krishna for Radha, and then the Kinkaris disguise Krishna as a girl and bring him to Srimati in Yavat. And this actually, when he is touching her, she finally regained consciousness. And what a great service these Kinkaris are performing here. This was the topic today. Thank you very much that you shared with us on this also. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
See you soon.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Radhe